Super excited that I get to talk to this band because I had a little chat with their duet partner before. So now I get the flip side of this interview. It's Leaving Austin. We've got Austin Davis and Michael joining us right now. Guys, it's so good to see you.
Okay, this is not a good story. We were living in the same house at the time, and
No.
Were we not?
No,
he just came over. We were hanging out, and we had been thinking, what are we gonna name this band? And he was like, I don't know. Let's keep thinking on. I mean, it'd been like a week, and he was like, I don't know. We'll just keep thinking on it. He goes, I gotta go though. I'm gonna meet my buddy, go have dinner or whatever. He leaves, and his buddy calls him, and he goes, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm just now leaving Austin. And he goes, wait a second. And he hangs up and calls me, dude, what did we call it, Leaving Austin?
Did you Google, like, does anybody have this name, Leaving Austin? Is it free?
Yeah, I Googled it, and so we're from California originally. Now we live in Nashville, but I just thought it was interesting that LA and it keeps Austin's name in it, and there was just a bunch of things going through my marketing head on what that would look like, but it just worked, and no one else had it.
Well done, you. Well done. Okay, so being in California, and starting to craft what your sound was, did you know that you were trying for country? Was that the genre you felt like you fit in, or were you just making music and then all of a sudden somebody said, that kind of sounds like a country song?
I mean, Austin's voice is its own thing. There's no one else that sounds like him. But we all grew up doing Christian music in church, and we had another band that we kind of started doing music in together, and we'd heard comments of about how his voice sounded like it had a little bit of a twang to it. And we're not from the South, but where we're from, if you met his dad, you'd be like, all right, I get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't that always the case? Okay, so what was the Christian band name, though? I have to know.
Oh, it's super
You have
cool.
to know. It was called My Beautiful Surrender.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I was hoping it was going to be so much worse than that.
No, it
was cool.
It was.
We did it for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We've been playing together over 10 years. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we all grew up on country too.
Yeah.
And I mean, one of my main influences is Rascal Flatts. So after we had done this, he had always told me to do country, man. And I was like, man, I'm starting to get to that point. This is what I really, really want to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What has it been like for the community that you're now in? Because for a lot of people that are coming to Nashville, it's a different nut to crack. This is a different beast upon itself. LA is one thing, Nashville is a completely different scene. So what has it been like for you, and what does it feel like compared to the past life of being in the CCM world?
Well, I will say the amount of welcoming people in Nashville and this community is on a whole different level. I don't know, people just want to know you on a real level, and I think that's something that's interesting. There's nothing fake about it, so that's kind of how we live our lives. We're pretty real. We like to be really honest with how we feel and what we want to say. So I think this community really gave us that opportunity.
When you're putting the music out now, what has the feedback been like? I know you guys did the EP in 2019, so that first foray into the genre, what was the feedback like immediately?
It was all great. I mean, it's it means so much, to see all these comments of you guys are so unbelievably talented and underrated. We love you so much. It just feels great.
Yeah.
It really does.
So now we've got American Avenue, our girl Cassidy Pope singing with you. How did you decide, first of all, that you wanted to bring a female voice in on this song?
Well, we knew right away when we wrote the song. We wrote with a girl named Parker Welling and a guy, Jordan Sapp.
Mm-hmm.
And Parker, actually, we did a version of the song with her singing all the things that Cassidy sang.
Yeah.
Because we just knew in the room it felt like a duet.
Yeah.
So eventually it ended up, we had to come up with who we wanted to do it. And Cassidy was pretty much our first choice. And it just worked out. Austin kind of made that one happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had played with her before in the past, and we were just talking who would fit the best, and we all were like, Cassidy would. and we've been playing, you know, and then we ended up doing a Boots in the Park thing with her, and it just was like, okay, I think I'm gonna ask her. And we just did it.
Man, I can't wait to hear what more you have to say. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure talking to you. Leaving Austin is the band, the song American Avenue with Cassidy Pope. There's so much more still to come, so we look forward to it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.